This episode of the Cottrell Cast is sponsored by Coffee Underline in Ashton Indoor Market Hall. Grab a quick latte or cappuccino for only £1.20. Why not try a flavoured coffee for only £1.50 or take some coffee home from the wide range of great tasting coffee? That's Coffee Underline in Ashton Underline.
Howdy doody, and welcome to the...
Hello.
I was very fired up then.
I know, I could see.
I have to be careful not to peak too soon, that's my problem.
I've heard that is your issue.
Welcome to the 11th episode of the Cottrell Cast. We are live from our very own home, complete with children playing in the background outside because the door is open and it's boiling hot.
It is boiling here in the UK, and yeah, we're here for another. We made it 11 weeks, which is good. And the last 3 weeks have been live on the YouTubes, which we're live right now. If you're watching us, hi. If you're not, all right, maybe you're listening to us on iTunes.
I always wonder how long this can continue for. How long can we be this successful?
I don't know. To be honest, I don't think very long. So you might notice, if you are watching on the stream, that there is a missing person. Our good friend Michael is not here because he's had to take someone to the airport.
How does Michael get himself in these situations?
Awful excuse. So instead, today we're welcoming our friend who normally does the sound. It's Alex, everyone.
Come on, Alex. Let's bring him on.
Oh, we forgot to clap at the start of the episode.
Oh, yes, we did.
No, let's clap now.
Yay, extra clap.
This feels different.
So he's here, fresh from Spaniel.
Yeah, where'd you go?
Spaniel?
Costa Bravo.
Costa
Bravo.
Lotta? No, you're funny, you, Gareth.
No, in fact, no.
Well, it didn't cost you anything. I'm guessing because you're a child.
Yeah. In fact, yeah, I'm only
so
5,
there we go.
So I got a free flight.
And your mum works as a travel agent.
Yep.
So, travel agent, I should say, not agents.
Secret agent.
Which means, which means that you get extra discounts as well.
And also, she uses the words, do you know who I am? Do you know what I can do to your hotel?
That's
I do. You know what I can do to your hotel? Dirty protest. Anyone could do that. I could walk in and just do a dirty protest all over the place. So,
which he often does.
Yeah, often. Yeah, all the time I'm going abroad. So
stop looking at the camera, Alex.
Yeah, you might notice that we're all looking up here into the sky at the moment because we have a TV. Which this is amazing. This is like being on TV. So. You should all know now that we have a ridiculous setup, which is far too big for a podcast. And we have a desk. We have a separate desk now over there, which Alex is now going to sit out from now on because he's in the naughty corner. But we also now have a TV, which shows us a preview of the stream, also showing us all the levels of what's going out. So that's why we're all keep on glancing back over there to see how beautiful. There's Alex doing his hair.
Yep. And also that seriously ridiculous small camera.
Yeah,
it doesn't fit in with anything.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? I know.
And we can see as well how many people are actually viewing us, and what an incredible number that really is.
Amazing. I cannot believe 8 billion people.
Unbelievable. In fact, I've heard that this is so popular now that people don't only use one device to tune in; they actually have several set up in their house.
I've heard now. You know the Oculus Rift, like the
Oculus Rift.
Yeah, it's like a headset. A virtual reality headset. It's like being in the future when you're gaming.
Google Glass.
No, because Google Glass is like a little thing in the corner here. Oculus Rift is a whole screen around your face, and you strap it on. You can like move it and look around the environment. And
we're on that way as well.
Play games. Well, actually, people now are just doing that and just looking around our house while we're on the podcast.
Well, if you do that, you'll be able to see Dad currently in the other room sorting out a record collection.
Yeah, which is always a bonus.
And people often find it difficult to believe that we're actually... Everything that we do on air has some sort of involvement from another member of the family, such as on my breakfast show tomorrow morning, I'll be playing an hour from vinyl, and my dad actually picks the tunes, and he's over there now doing it.
The tunage.
And that leads me to my other comment. People don't believe that we're actually brothers.
Well,
they think that it's some sort of act. I was at this event ages ago, and this person approached me and says, Gareth, I've got a question for you. Is Fraser real?
I never
what?
understood that, as if I'm some fake entity
Yeah,
which presents a radio show.
I thought you just did the voice for Fraser.
I do.
Yeah, that's what it just pictures it up a little bit. I'm just a hologram.
And as we get older, our voices are getting more and more alike anyway.
Yeah, someone tweeted me after the podcast and went, "Is that other guy on your podcast? Your brother?"
The older
Yeah.
guy didn't
No,
say.
the other guy.
If you look
right.
closely, Fraser's hairline's slowly going
Well,
further back
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
I tell you what, I was looking at photographs of
I know,
me of your
don't
age,
touch
and
my
I
sweaty
had
head.
more hair than you
I
did.
know it's
So
awful. I am genuinely going, Bob, but it's so hot. Like I'm in a vest again because I just can't
Yes,
handle
you're
the heat
certainly in a
anymore.
vest.
I can't handle it. It's just too much. We've got a heat wave here in the UK for the next week and a half. We're expecting
well, they always
like
say
no.
this, though, don't they?
I checked some weather before. This week we're expecting like 30 degrees all week.
Get your tan on.
I'm actually going to die. Like, I think this is
Fingers crossed.
What I mean, I think most of it doesn't help because I'm drinking tea.
You do turn into a lobster when it's sunny, don't
I know.
you?
Honestly, I'm a mess. Like, I'll be sat even outside. I'll just be pouring with sweat.
What we
I don't know
need to
what's up with
do
me.
is to take the Cottrell cast abroad.
No, because I wouldn't be able to deal with that.
You know, somewhere cool like the equator,
It's
just where it's
No,
nice.
because they have them weird adapters, which because none
Yeah.
of this has two adapt. Like you'd need about 17,000 adapters for all the equipment.
Oh, that annoys
we'd
me.
have to spend a lot of money on that.
Why can't we just have universal products, a universal language as well, all over the world? And other things where it just all works and it's just all fine. Because I don't understand why you would need everything all right over there.
Yeah, we're definitely crooked. I was just looking there. Look on the we are definitely so. Basically, this is how I have to tape my GoPro to my tripod because I can't.
We're on
afford,
a ship.
Yeah, I can't afford the mount to mount it to my tripod, so I'm having to tape it, and we're definitely crooked. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Just
Does it?
flow with it.
I mean,
Flow
I
with
can
it.
change it midstream if
Shall
you really want
Go
me
over
to.
and alter it now and have a go at that? I could fill.
Yeah, go
you
for
want
it.
me to,
Yeah,
right.
go on, go.
You go
Sorry
and
if you're
go and
watching, by the way, on the
fix the
stream.
GoPro.
You might feel a bit seasick.
So, on the topic of technology and virtual reality, have you heard about this in the news? That we all know when we go out on runs and we go and do that sort of business that there's apps available now which measures how many calories you're burning, etc.,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
Well, there's this thing that Google are about to bring out, which is it's a contact lens which fits in your eye, and it measures how much blood sugar you've got, how much oxygen is in your blood, and then you can then consume the right amounts of water and the right amounts of sugar and oxygen during some sort of performance.
Right. So it measures your eyeball.
Well, it goes in your eye, hence why it's a contact lens, and it just measures all of your functions.
Does it come up in your eye?
It's like
That would be cool.
it's minute, and it's this little tiny chip which just goes on the contact lens, and it doesn't actually feel as though you have it in because it's so thin that it's in the contact
That'd
lens
be amazing.
itself.
How
That
much
would be
is it?
cool. It'll be a lot.
They haven't said yet, but this is something which will be used, they say, throughout sport, because every single individual person will be able to measure if they need more water than the other person.
Yeah, but then you'd have footballers running around going, "Oh, my contact lens."
Well,
is falling out."
can you imagine
if
that?
you're diabetic as well, you will have this in, and it would link up to some sort of app which would say that you need to have a Mars bar or you need to have a sugary drink.
Well, I was. I can't remember actually what I was going to say.
Never mind.
Oh yeah, that was it. Talking about price and stuff of like Google stuff. I was invited to trial Google Glass. I got the emails like, "Congratulations, you've been accepted to the trial of Google Glass." I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is incredible!" But they went, "But first, you have to buy your Google Glass." Went and I was like, "Surely I'll get like discount because I'm a trial." I thought, "What, like 100 quid or something?" I'll get it. £1,000.
Really?
Why? That's not a trial. That's just them selling me the product.
Did you get a discount, or is that the
No,
just the price?
that is the price. I just don't understand. And also, talking about contact lenses, had a bit of an incident this weekend. So I've started wearing contact lenses, and what I found out is what you can do with daily contact lenses, you can make them last an extra day by putting them in the contact lens
Shouldn't be
solution.
doing this.
Okay, anyway. Gareth wears contact lenses, but he has peroxide solution, which he puts in, and then he has a little lead thing at the bottom, which like neutralises the acid and then cleans the contact lens. Very clever. However, Gareth's solution was next to the normal solution. Me, being very tired, took out my contact lenses, and in my contact lens tub, I put peroxide solution. Now, peroxide is what you dye your hair with. It's a very strong acid, and so in the morning, lovely day, gonna put my contact. Oh my goodness, I'm going blind.
Agony.
Like, I am not kidding you. I couldn't see out of one eye for like 10 minutes. My entire eye went red. Like, there wasn't any white. My eye went completely red. And because the contact lens was actually in my eye, I had to try and fish out the contact lens while also my eye's trying to close. So I'm there, like, picking out pieces of my contact lens. It was the most painful thing on earth.
There was a woman that kept them in for 30 days at the same contacts, and she went blind, didn't she? Sorry, on Facebook.
Honestly, it is so painful. Don't get peroxide in your eyes.
I remember.
Don't do that.
Because you have to keep it in your pot for 5 hours. So if you think, right, I'll just clean them quickly and then take them out after an hour, the problem is that the peroxide hasn't had enough time to neutralise. And I remember once I was up really, really late. I was up till about 4, 5 o'clock, and I was in work for 6:30, and I put them in. I went to bed quickly, got up, and then put them in my eyes. And well, it is just acid in your eye.
It's the most pain.
And the worst thing about it is you have to fish it out of your eye.
Yeah.
But when you open your eye, it makes the pain even worse.
But also, because you got something in your eye, your eye's trying to close, so you're trying to keep it open while also picking out. Oh my goodness, it was a mess. So I had to go into work on the Sunday, and I was like my eye was like half closed. It looked like I had like red eye,
it looked like you
pink
had a
eye or
bad
something.
night out.
It looked like I'd been beaten up, really, because my eye was just an absolute mess, and it just ached. It ached the whole day.
It would be wonderful if you're watching us online live, if you could post it on your wall on Facebook or tweet it to encourage more people to join in the fun. A few questions coming in already because I put it on my wall and saying, come in and watch us. And a few people have asked questions. A few of them referring to the fact that people do feel like they're on a boat because it was a little bit wonky.
It shouldn't anymore.
Has that been fixed?
Yeah, it has been fixed now. Like I said, I'm going to have to sort this out because it's a bit of a mess, really.
The podcast is going to be boats loads of fun.
Oh, dear me.
Hey-oh. Okay, I'm going to look while you lot are talking, and I'm going to show you how expensive GoPro products really are, because it is ridiculous.
Well,
it's an absolute mess.
How can you be doing that on your phone? Because we're meant to have them on flight mode.
It's all right. It'll be fine.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but that still turns off Wi-Fi.
I don't
flight
know.
mode.
Does it?
Does it not?
I don't think so.
I don't think it does.
I'm sure you can still get Wi-Fi when you're on flight mode.
Oh, I nearly forgot about this. How could I possibly forget that I am broadcasting and all that? But I've got a new tooth.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, finally, the third update is here. He's got a. Oh my goodness! It's £4.
What is?
The frame I need to fit it.
There you go.
There we go. I'm going to buy it now. You
For
know
next
what?
week.
Yeah.
And then
I'm going to buy that for next week, and it won't be wonky anymore.
So back to my tooth. A quick update because it's been a bit of a series. This really a boring one at that, but I've now
like your fruit and veg
got
story.
the proper front tooth in, and let's see if Alex remembers which one it is. Which is the fake one, left or right?
Is it your left?
That on there.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
You can't tell though.
Can I say, Gareth has now officially asked every single person that question.
Oh,
Today we were in
it's a
Brian's
feature.
coffee shop, and he went to these customers, just had a fake tooth put in. Which one is it? Can you guess?
It's fun.
Every single
No one
person.
knows.
I'm sick of hearing about this
No
tooth.
one can ever guess.
I thought it was the other one.
I'm sick of hearing about
There
it.
you go.
It's a tooth. Get over it.
It was £219 the tooth, but he's done a brilliant job, and hopefully this will last me for up to, well, he said anything from 6 to 15 years. So
Well, there we go. Another £200 in about 6
an exact
years, then.
figure.
Yeah.
But obviously, after our big TV break, I'll be able to afford that anyway.
Well,
I'll have them all done.
I'll have all mine gold plated with diamonds in.
Be like Simon
Wow.
Cowell.
Yeah.
Yes.
His teeth. He
ridiculous.
Yeah, he does them individually, doesn't he? They're like £3,000 for one tooth.
What a nutcase! Why would you
That's
do that?
outrageous.
I'm not that bothered.
Really? I love teeth. I love clean,
I don't care.
proper, well-kept teeth. Open up. Oh, what's
They're
going
awful.
on there?
They're a mess. My
At the
teeth are a
bottom?
mess.
up
Absolute
again.
mess. No, I'm not showing you my teeth
Wow.
because I'm conscious now. I need braces, basically, really badly, but I just can't be bothered. It's just too much.
Can't be
hassle.
bothered.
It's
What?
too much.
Sit
hassle.
down. They fit them and that's it.
Yeah, but it isn't just
can't
that.
be
It
bothered.
isn't.
They
It isn't
hurt.
just
They
that.
apparently really hurt.
No, it
I've had
isn't
that
that.
all that done.
It's
Doesn't hurt that
it's
bad.
go to the dentist.
He
Yeah,
think-
yeah.
he
You need
thinks
braces.
he'll get bullied because he's 19 and he has
He will get
braces.
bullied.
No. What it is? Sit down at the dentist. Yeah, you need braces. I'm gonna have to pass you on to the orthodontist. 4 weeks later.
Well,
Yeah,
so
all right.
what?
You need these teeth out.
Why? You
8
in a
weeks
rush?
later. It's just
You in a
faff.
rush?
If I'm gonna have braces, do it now. I
can't do
I
it
want to
now.
go in the dentist, rip out my teeth, tie the cable to my tooth. Done.
I don't. Think
I would happily do that for
I'd
you.
much rather him do that than fanny about with, just messing about. Just get it done. I'm sick of people these days just not getting things done. If you're going to do it, do it.
I wonder how much it must cost now to actually have that done, because
Hate to think.
I had mine done at the right age, so it was all free. But if you were to now, I mean, if one trip for a checkup is £18 odd, how much must it be to have them fitted and then going through all the having them tightened and then taking them off?
That's why I'm waiting till I'm
I
back
thought
in
they were free.
education. Yeah, if you're in education,
Are they free then?
it's free. So I'm waiting till September when I'm in university, and then I can get them free. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Good plan.
And are you having all teeth taken out?
Probably. I'm
Oh,
gonna have
dear.
to. I am a little bit scared, to be honest, but I'm gonna have to do
Are you
it.
going to get one of them gun things? You know,
Fingers crossed I'll have the full head thing. The full
I
head
used to have one of
brace.
those.
suit you that.
Yeah, I reckon I could pull that off. Yeah.
I once had to have a full headset going where it was this elastic. How to explain it? This elastic headset which clipped onto my front teeth on the brace.
Did it look like something off Saw?
Yes, pretty much, yeah. And it was these sort of things that just clipped on. Difficult to sort of portray, but that was to force all my teeth properly right. And they're all right now. Bottom ones have moved since, as you can probably tell.
Not really. No.
Oh, thank you.
Dear. I'm what? Yeah, I know they're a mess. I don't know. I'm not too bothered, to be honest. I mean, if they cause you pain, get them fixed. That's how I see it. If not, who was it? It's what's the guy who plays Anchorman? What's his name?
Oh,
Ron Burgundy.
No, not the character name.
Oh, right.
The actor that plays. I can't remember his name.
that guy anyway.
Google it. You're on the internet now, Gareth. Google it. I'm a
he
bit
called?
sleepy.
Is it Will Ferrell?
Will Ferrell. There we go. If you look at his teeth, all over the place. And he's like the first Hollywood actor which I've seen, which I've honestly been like, you haven't done anything
Have a
done to
look.
your teeth. It's pretty crazy. Because I was watching Anchorman 2 the other day, and I noticed it, and I was like, yeah, that's weird. You don't normally see
I've
that.
never seen any of the Anchorman.
Watch it. It's incredible. It's such a good film. Both of them are really funny.
Where could I find a review on the Anchorman?
Well, I do reviews, but I don't know whether you want to read them or not. Just download it illegally. Alright. Yeah.
They're all right. They aren't bad teeth, are
No,
they?
it's his bottom ones. Or maybe. Oh, I don't know,
They're not
because
bad
that doesn't
teeth.
show it. If you watch
Did they?
No, if you watch Anchorman, hang on, I might have a picture of Anchorman on my phone. They're really bad at Anchorman. I don't know whether they've done anything to him or what, but they're not.
He
they're-
seems a pretty smiley chap.
Look, there we go. Look at his bottom teeth on that one there.
Oh, yeah.
See? This isn't benefiting
Maybe.
anyone,
No.
really,
Well,
other than
it's us.
us.
Entertaining.
But
Did you read this in the newspaper? A great story.
I can't read.
A man got arrested and sent to jail, not for a long period of time, but prisoners are allowed one phone call. Who do you think this prisoner decided to call up and use his one phone call
Drug dealer.
for? Nope.
His mother?
Nope.
His brother. His
Nope.
lover.
No.
His
His
brother that is
sister.
his lover.
his brother's mother's lover.
His brother's mother's lover, yeah.
Nope.
I don't know. Maybe the person he killed.
Nope.
What? No, maybe
The person he killed.
I don't know. Go on.
No, he isn't a
Alex.
murderer. No, he was charged with petty theft, and he decided
shopkeeper.
that he would call Domino's Pizzas, and he would order 5 pizzas for him and his cellmates.
That's amazing. Did it
And the
actually
best
work?
thing is, well, it's here. It says a US man arrested for theft decided that he would use his one phone call to ring up Domino's Pizzas. Michael Harp, who's 29 from Kentucky, had been arrested after allegedly shoplifting, stealing £20 worth of pizzas.
No.
So he was in prison for, it says here, several
He
weeks.
loves his pizza,
And
doesn't
he
he?
decided that he would use his one phone call in ringing up Domino's Pizzas.
Hold on. How much did he spend on pizzas?
He stole £20 worth of pizza.
Stole?
Is that all? £20 worth of pizza. That's pathetic.
Yeah,
That's all.
that is pretty awful, isn't it? Actually,
But then he decided that he would ring in Domino's, and he thought that they would bring it to his cell and they would do
Yeah.
that. But that then
Imagine
poses
that.
the question. He must have known Domino's pizza number off by heart,
And-
because who else knows
I do.
the takeaway?
I know it.
What?
Really? Go on.
No, I don't know.
What happens? Did he give the address of the police station, or did he just say, "Oh, it's the
He
police
said,
station"?
well,
The police station?
No,
Criminals
he's
aren't
actually
kept in the police station,
No,
Alex.
he is in prison.
Oh,
He's
right.
in jail.
Yeah.
That's a different
for robbing
place.
$20.
That's a bit
Yeah.
ridiculous. Although, I mean, prisoners have it easy anyway. He probably had an iPhone in there, didn't he? So he probably Googled the phone number.
He said to him, he said, I mean pizzas. Come on, guys. We all like a short and crusty.
We do. Well, I love them short and crusty.
Did you hear about the robber that got caught whilst having a haircut?
Go on.
Has no one seen the photo?
Is this some sort
The,
of gag, is it?
No. This is a true story. There was a guy that was caught by the police and arrested halfway through. So they were shaving an afro off, because in his description he had an afro. So there's a picture where he's got half of his head shaven
No.
and the afro on the other side. I'll show
What?
My
That's
goodness.
amazing.
Another here as well, and it says 20 stone model is paid to squash smaller men, and a woman
Oh, this is
who
that thing. There
is
was a Channel 4 documentary.
20
on this, wasn't
stone, she actually makes a full-time living going round to males' houses doing nothing sexual, just basically giving
It's
them
horrible.
big bear hugs. And if you look carefully at this photograph, by the way, most of these are available by just googling the headline. So this, if you google 20 stone model is paid to squash smaller men, you'll see it. But
As
don't
you
you
will,
think that
you know.
that bloke looks like a Chuckle Brother?
No, he looks like what's it? Oh God, look at her legs. He looks like what's his name from Cannon and Ball.
Bobby Ball.
Bobby Ball. He looks
Okay,
like
no.
Bobby Ball.
There he is.
She is ginormous.
Quite tall,
She's a big lady.
unless he's quite small.
Noticed how I went from pizza onto this story?
Well, yeah. it
No
fits perfectly,
coincidence.
doesn't it?
I noticed you went from a Wi-Fi to your tooth as well. I was
Yeah,
thinking you
see.
got from a Wi-Fi to
little
Bluetooth and then to-
Wi-Fi. Hey, nice. A little
Ah,
Wi-Fi
nice.
tooth, maybe.
Nice one. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? If, like, if you didn't need a phone line to have Wi-Fi, you could just carry it around in your pocket. That'd be great. I'd pay for that.
I don't understand now why Wi-Fi needs passwords on it. Why is this
So people don't
necessary?
get in it.
Well, what harm would Nextdoor on our Wi-Fi do?
Because you're paying for a service that they're using.
Well, so what?
So
Well, they're not putting any more. So
Well-
you're paying 40 quid towards your bill. Do you really want someone that isn't paying for
If
it
it was
using the
share and
service
share
that you're-
alike, all of us have.
Well, it's not that, is it? It's not like that. It doesn't.
Every street has its own Wi-Fi hotspot,
No.
and we all chip into it.
No,
and
because
that's
then you'd have really awful speeds as well.
Yeah.
You know,
and
you
it's
wouldn't
easy
be
for
able
people to hack you, isn't it? If you're
Yeah,
on the same
exactly.
Wi-Fi?
Yeah, if you're that's why they say password protect, not so other people can get on it, so that people can't get onto your computer that way, because it is pretty easy to do that.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was hard. Yeah, on Macs it's hard, isn't it?
They have a lot of encryption stuff, but I think it is. You can do it. It is possible. I think that's the main reason why They tell you to
And
password
the other
protect
thing
it.
as well, when will we hit a point when internet is good, when it doesn't drop out and it doesn't go slow and it just works? Such as the other day, you had to call up BT, and
I'm always calling up BT.
they-
I'm sick of it.
they
All the time.
their solution to us finding quicker speeds was to basically
No,
rewire the house.
What they said, all right, they said, because we're having a few of you with our UView box, the signal basically isn't getting through because we have a power line adapter which sends the internet signal through the power line. Really clever, but it can only work really properly if your house is wired properly, like if it's wired like a new house. Obviously, we don't live in a new house, like a new build house, so ours is wired pretty old. So they said, they went, I think the issue is that the internet signal isn't coming through your power line quick enough, so the only explanation I can think of is just to get your house rewired. I went,
ripped apart.
Yeah, and I went, well, do you know how much that'll cost? I'm not paying all that money just so I can get BBC Three. I'm not really that bothered, to be honest.
Well, it'll be turned off anyway soon.
And then you really will need the
BBC
internet
Three.
to get onto
And then
it,
what?
Yeah, well,
Is it?
When will you do?
Yeah, it's being turned off.
being switched off.
In September next year.
And it's just been one big podcast filmed here.
Yeah, all online. BBC
Oh, we're
Three
taking
will
over.
be.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we
So-
are taking over BBC Three. We're
Yeah.
doing a podcast every single day. Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Full-time jobs.
Did you not know? Yeah, full-time jobs.
Can you imagine being a full-time podcaster?
Some people are. They're genuinely people are full-time podcasters.
Imagine being sat here.
I would feel really guilty if it was my job, because there is people who play that daft game Minecraft for a living and they earn lots and lots of money. And if I like in my life structure where I get up in the morning and I know that I have to go to work, I have to earn a living, and then I can come home and relax. If that was confused to the point where I could just work from home and I had to sit on a computer game and play that for half an hour and then that was that,
That's why
it would be weird.
Who's the guy that bought a mansion out of it?
Tom Castle,
Tom Baker.
Syndicate on YouTube. Yeah.
Did he buy like a full?
He hasn't bought he bought a council house and then
Oh, right.
he
Different story
just
then.
he just knocked it down basically. No, there's loads. There's people have that house all over the world from it. It's crazy. I mean, I work freelance, which means that I work totally from home, and it's just it's awful, and especially because I spend so much time in my room on my computer.
And after that,
sending emails,
he
and
starts working.
It's just so boring, which is why I'm so desperate to get my room redecorated, which means I'm working in a new environment. Which
And he's
might
also
actually help my
very, very
workflow a little
desperate
bit.
for friends as well, aren't you? Because
Very
at
desperate.
the minute, all you do is just clock up hits on all these
Yeah.
YouTube Minecraft things.
Yeah, if you do want to be my friend, please give me an email. You don't have to fill in a formal application.
He'll take anyone.
Yeah, I'll take anyone. I'll rip through that
See,
application.
I
in
don't
like a week.
understand either on the topic of Minecraft, and I'll probably get criticised because the sort of anoraks who watch that are the sort of anoraks who would watch this. But I don't quite understand what the fuss is about. I don't understand it. It's like
You
going
haven't
back in
played it.
time with graphics,
No,
and you have
no.
to build a house with
You
this
see-
daft arm chopping up bricks.
You see, that's the thing. Okay, you have games which are graphically, incredible. Like, your Grand Theft Autos, all these like new racing games coming out. Pong, graphically,
Pong?
yeah. You don't know what Pong is?
No.
With the lines.
Oh,
going up
Pong.
it,
Oh,
yeah.
of course, yeah.
So you have these games which are like graphically incredible, okay, and the gameplay is amazing. They have so much money go into these games. But then you have games like Minecraft where it's a simple game. It's £16 to make an account to play, and that's forever. You've got that forever. They bring out updates every month for it
Have
to
you
make
bought
the game
that?
better. Yeah, I bought that. Yeah, ages ago. Okay,
16
and
quid on that.
I've only.
yeah, but they're always bringing stuff out, and then you just have an account, so you can install that on whatever computer you want, wherever you want, play it on someone else's computer, and it's just a simple game. All you do is you just survive, so you have to make food, find food, build shelter. It's such a clever game.
I've only ever played it on my iPad,
Even then,
and it isn't boring. It's amazing. You can spend hours on
it's
it.
just dead simple to play, easy to pass a bit of time when you need to relax a little bit. You know, it's nice.
It's relaxing.
I enjoy a bit of Minecraft now and again. Why are you playing footsie with me, Gareth, under the table?
Footsie with you.
This is weird.
Just a bit crammed.
Why are your feet slowly getting more and more out?
I like foot space. Can we say good evening to Theo, who just said hello to us on the Facebook page?
Hey, Theo.
Hello, Theo.
I think, you know what, Gareth? It might be hot. And it might be really warm.
I don't want to drink a coffee, thank you.
Do you
I'll
not?
have water instead.
Because
on a hot day like
I know
this.
where you could go for a lovely drink of coffee.
Costa does the best coffee in the area.
Costa Coffee do great.
Yeah.
Do great coffee. But somewhere that does even better coffee
is Nero. Cafe Nero is brilliant. And it's second only to a place which is in our hearts dearly.
Starbucks.
We love the owner.
The Starbucks.
McDonald's.
Yeah. No.
Ronald McDonald and
In all
me.
McDonald's
Seriously.
does do nice coffee, though.
I've never had one. I would never lower my standards that much
In
to
all
ever
seriousness.
have a McDonald's coffee.
So you're in the desert.
Right.
It's although it's actually no, you're not. You're in the Antarctic. You're in Antarctica.
Right.
It is freezing cold, and you're thinking to yourself, I would absolutely love a nice hot chocolate or a nice cappuccino or maybe a flavoured tea. And you see off in the distance Brian. Brian is just there, and he's just holding this
I would
coffee.
run the opposite way. If
Well-
I was on holiday and if I saw Brian approaching me, I would run the opposite way. Whether he's got his coffee beans, he's got a latte waiting for me, I'd be out of there.
Wouldn't
Well-
you just be hallucinating? Because why would he be...
Because Brian's just opened a brand new branch in
Has he
Antarctica.
really? Excellent.
No, but you know where I love to go for coffee, guys? Coffee Underline in Ashton Underline. And as you've noticed, we've got a brand new sponsor.
Oh, yes, we have.
At the beginning of this episode,
Yeah.
for him, he's raised his prices 20p now. It's £1.
Oh, Brian, what you playing at? 20p more?
£1.20 now.
That is
for a
like
coffee.
when Royal Mail raised the price of a stamp.
That
Did he
is
think
ridiculous.
I made a money?
Honestly, okay.
3p
This
extra on a
this
second
really
class stamp.
irritates me about stamps and stuff. Okay, I sent off a letter today to Bristol. All right, and it cost me 93p to get it there by tomorrow. All right. I no doubt if I tell Dad, he'll be like, yeah,
Dad,
he'd
why earth are
complain.
you now talking like Brian Blessed?
He'd complain. But you know what? I'd like to see you get to Bristol on 93p.
Well,
It irritates me.
My
93p.
one
Should have just sent an email.
my one concern about Royal Mail is they don't have faith in their own ability, such as you will say to them, right, and this has happened plenty of times where I've needed something to get there within the next 2 days, and you ask them and say, will it be there on time? And they say, well, if you buy this package, which is £6 definitely,
Yeah.
and then you ask and say, right, so first class, how long will that take? 2 days. And then you say, oh, well, I'll have that then. And they say, well, it isn't guaranteed to get there in time.
Yeah, that's what I did with this. So I went in, I said, okay, I want this there by, tomorrow, preferably. And they went, okay, well, that's £6 to do it that way, and that's a guarantee.
£6?
Yeah, £6. It was a letter.
A letter?
A letter. And then I went, all right, well, how much is first class? And they went, that's 93p. And I went, well, when will that get there? Tomorrow.
I don't get it.
Well, what's the point of you paying £6?
What have... Do they use a different, van?
This was my
Yeah, I
that
think
was
it
my
is,
next
yeah.
question. Have they got different sections of the van so that a big curtain comes across and first class can't see
First
what a
class
great
and second
time?
class, yeah.
First class.
Yeah, first class are in the top living it
The
up,
next day
champagne.
you're having-
and then the 3p stamps just leave the back doors
Or
open.
have they got a first class van and second is made to drive slower?
And first...
And if he goes over 30 miles an hour, it blows up.
Yeah, maybe, and all your letters go everywhere. It is a possibility, yeah. I don't know. It just, just irritates. But one place that's great value, Coffee Underline. You can get a great tasting coffee.
Parcel forces as well.
Parcel Force are
if you
pretty
need a good letter on
but
time.
£1.20 for a cup of coffee. The prices might have gone up, but they're still
I'm
still
not
great
paying
coffee.
it. I've decided.
You know what? Don't
I
pay it.
refuse to.
I'm sick of you. I'm sick. He doesn't want your type in there.
I refuse to pay an extra 20p, Brian.
He does
what
not
on earth
want.
are you doing?
He does. You get it for free. All right.
You know,
Stop.
That is a
moaning.
point, actually, and I always feel guilty because obviously I am very famous in the area, and people do offer me freebies. And Brian does this all the time.
Don't outsell yourself.
We arrived, and he just says, "Do you want a drink, lads?" And we were there enjoying a fruity cocktail, which was quite nice. Enjoyed that.
It was really nice. It was, it was a nice, cool beverage for a hot day.
I said to him, I says, "Brian, keep your freebies. I'm not paying the extra 20p.
I like it how
I refuse to.
So Dad's in the other room, and I can see Gareth looking over to Dad for like acceptance.
I'm
He's
just
like,
over there.
Is that one funny, Dad? Do you like that one?
I'm just there watching all the vinyls that we'll be playing tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Looking forward to those. Elvis, and we've got Shania Twain as well.
Shania Twain. You know,
on
heard of
vinyl.
Shania Twain.
You know what really annoys me? That woman that did a blind date.
Cilla Black.
Cilla Black.
That's not the lady I was playing earlier on. Before
Was it
you
not?
even
Who
mentioned
was it?
No, it wasn't.
Who was it?
It was. Let me find it on here.
Anyway, I hate Cilla Black. I'm sorry. Everyone sees her as this incredible woman. But
Not incredible, but a national treasure.
Yeah, she's not a national treasure. She was a terrible singer.
National treasure.
She was a terrible, terrible singer. Released awful songs, and then she presented Blind Date. You know who is
classic.
a national treasure? Parkinson, national treasure. He was great.
Oh no,
Rolf Harris.
Well, no, we can't be doing that
Definitely, in my eyes, a national treasure.
Jackie Trent is the lady that you're referring to.
Either way, I hate Cilla Black.
Well, fully enough, here she is now.
And you know what? If she came in now, I'd probably give her a little slap. I wouldn't care.
You would be there
no,
going,
I wouldn't.
Cilla Black off the television.
Why would I
Have you any
care?
friends who can get me a job in the industry?
And
that's
I
probably
would be
what
there
I'd do.
like, who are you?
Yeah, he wouldn't even know who
Blind
she
Date,
is.
I've heard it. I've never seen it. Oh no.
Oh, what a great
Oh, what was the
show.
guy called? Graham.
What?
Graham. He was the guy who always used to do recap type things during the programme.
Oh, yeah.
Remember our Graham well?
Tell us your name and where you're from.
I wonder what he looks like, our
Hi,
Graham.
my name's Sandra. I'm from Manchester.
Do you know what was a really good show? What was that? Where they went into a big star and came out with all makeup on, and you sang a song.
Stars in Their Eyes.
Stars in Their Eyes
That was
with
great.
Matthew Kelly.
Matthew Kelly. What a guy.
That should
What
still
a
be on.
guy. It should be. I don't know why that wasn't on. It probably cost them a fortune.
There's certain programs which have just vanished and they aren't back. I remember one Matthew Kelly hosted, and it used to be called You Bet. And the clue really is in the title, where you would get contestants on who would say that I think that I can juggle for... He would say, I can juggle 14 balls at the same time. And then celebrity contestants, they would have to vote if he will achieve it or not. And then each of them it was a great format, and then each of them would get money for their charity, which I don't understand that either. Just because a person's famous, why do they have to always donate their winnings to charity?
Because they're famous. Because
but
everyone would complain.
Probably have money anyway.
Everyone would complain.
There is famous like Davy Beckham. Fair enough. To him, 25 grand's nothing. But Kerry Katona, she needs 25 grand more than me and you do, I think.
Isn't she
All
dead?
in Iceland.
Is she dead?
No.
Isn't
No.
Kerry Katona dead?
Kerry Katona's not
Who
dead.
was the other
Her
one that
career
died?
may well be, but
That
she's
is
certainly
true.
not.
I've realised why Stars in My Eyes has gone off the
Stars in
Stars in
My
My
Eyes.
Eyes. Stars
that
in
one.
Their Eyes.
Their Eyes has
Yeah.
gone off the telly
Go on.
because they go into the big puff of smoke
Yeah.
and then come
Matthew
out
Kelly.
a minute later, don't they? They come out.
He is a massive
But-
puff.
But
Of
I
smoke.
think to the audience that's watching it, they walk in the massive puff of smoke, and
then they cut
they get all
2
the
hours later,
so all the
come out,
makeups,
yeah.
and then everyone's there like, oh, right,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
So I've noticed something since watching this podcast. I mess with stuff quite a lot. If you watch the podcast, I always mess with like my headphone cable, and wherever I'll always be messing something with my hands. If I have just my phone, I'll be like twizzling it around in my hands. I'll always be doing something, and it's the most irritating thing. And I've only just realised now. And now Chloe's always saying to me, Fraser, stop messing with stuff. And you know what? I'm gonna get a stress ball because I think that's what it is. I need some balls in my hands,
Right.
Some
just to
squidgy
mess
balls.
with. Some
Don't
squidgy
forget,
balls.
Michael will be back again next week.
Well, he is
on
my
the
huge.
podcast.
What if my hands are ever under the table?
How
Playing with his balls.
I'll be launching my new website soon.
Yeah,
are we
that's exciting.
allowed to talk about this?
I don't care.
A website website which has only been 6.5 months in the making, which is GarethCottrell.com. You can go
.uk.
Either way, it's all been directed.
Yeah, thanks to me.
So it's either .com, GarethCottrell.co.uk or .com, and you can go on it if you want, and you'll be able to get to the podcast through that. You'll be able to hear exclusive interviews that I've done.
Yeah, Gareth
with
was
many
amazed
celebrities
because I've done all the technical stuff on Gareth's site, and there's a page on it now, the Cottrellcast page basically. And what we were doing before, we were like manually putting them on there. It was a bit of a pain, but now a thing called an RSS feed does it. An RSS feed is just like
what that is.
All it is just a feed. So like your Twitter feed is an RSS feed. It's just something that posts something and then they grab that and then design it and make it look all pretty. That's all YouTube is. And so now on Gareth's site there's an RSS feed that just updates the Cottrellcast whenever we bring one out on YouTube. And Gareth was like, "Whoa!" He was amazed. This is like how computers work.
I think once you get to a certain age, when you're young, you know everything, and then when you get to past a certain age, it's just magic.
But I remember a time, and you will know nothing about it. In fact, do you remember what dial-up internet was?
Dial-up? No.
You see,
this
is what makes me feel really old now.
I know
because
floppy disks.
When they first brought out the internet, okay, it would use your normal phone line, meaning that you couldn't use your house phone when you were on the internet. And it would make this dial-up noise, which if you hear it now and if you're at a certain age, it brings back such memories. And I remember we used to use FreeServe, and you would get something like half an hour free every night, and we weren't allowed any more than that, or it would be 5p every single minute that you're over. But dial-up internet was really, really slow, to the point where if you wanted to download one MP3, which is what, 6 megabytes, 7 megabytes, it would take all night.
Really?
And
you
also
would have to have the computer on all night.
It used to load images, all right, like bars. You just go one bar.
I've got to find
2
now.
bar. It used to literally take ages. And you know what? Your generation doesn't know it, because I was at a party on Friday night with a load of your mates, Alex. I was partying with your mates while you're away. I was like, "You're feeling
sad."
And, I said to him, because I was on his Wi-Fi, I was like, "Oh mate, your dial-up is your Wi-Fi is so it's like being back on dial-up." And they went, "What's dial-up?" And I went,
I remember it because I was at my cousin's, and I always remember my auntie going, saying some like, "Hang up the phone, I'm trying to..."
Well, yeah.
And you would always get this connection box, which you would type in your username, your password, and you'd press connect. And sometimes it would work, but if any of the phones in the house, they were off the hook, it wouldn't work. And this is the noise which it used to make.
This is like... Here we go. Hold it to the front of your mic. You've heard that before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Right.
That's not very nice.
It was a horrible sound.
That's the noise it would make.
It was an awful sound.
If that happened when I was at my auntie's and I was young, I'd be scarred
and then
for life.
it would stop, and you would have 56 kilobytes of data coming hot down your line. And in fact, the most exciting point of this was that FreeServe then introduced a time tariff where you would get it free between a certain time. So you could have free internet from, I seem to think it was probably tea time till about 6 a.m. in the morning. So you would set something running, and then you would set your alarm clock to make sure that you were up at 5 to 6 in order to switch it off, or it would cost you a fortune.
And I remember, what was I was just about to say something then. So those speeds were incredibly slow, okay? And I was looking, average speed for American internet, okay? This is like, like in the centre, in like New York and stuff. So over here, our internet speed at home is, your download speed is about 60, 70 megabytes per second. That's fibre optic. That's like the fastest that we can pretty much get in the
BT,
UK.
And then
Well, we're with BT. Yeah. It's incredibly slow, but I mean, 60 megabytes per second is pretty good. Download is about 10 megabytes per second. Still pretty good. Now, if you're in America, get this, your download speed is 200 megabytes per second. 200 megabytes per second. Your upload speed is about 50 megabytes per second. That means that you could upload like a gigabyte file in about 5 seconds.
And then I remember them introducing webcams, and this was the big thing because it would zap all your bandwidth, and you'd never get a decent image. It was just like
bandwidth?
Well, it would.
Yeah.
Old terms. It would use all your bandwidth at once. So if you were wanting to download a song and go on the webcam at the same time,
No way.
you would see it drop, and you would be on about 2 kilobytes an hour. And the footage you'd see, it wasn't even legible. It was just moving and all
It's
pixelated.
just, you know,
it was rubbish.
it's the internet is.
Is it like
incredible thing
Minecraft?
now. No,
it
was really. I mean, think so. Kilobytes are smaller than megabytes. You know, it's. I mean, the average internet speed in the US is incredible, but Google are wanting to make the internet free. This is a brand new thing which Google are bringing out, and they want to bring they want internet to be free. So at the moment they have this Google thing which promises when they launch in the UK to have speeds of like 200 megabytes, which the US are getting, charging £10 a month for it.
That's good, that.
Because Google want everyone to have the internet. So eventually Google want to basically take over the world and have the internet for free, which is a pretty amazing thing. I think that everyone should have access to the internet.
I think Google should run for president.
We will hit a point when internet is free, because it's getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper now.
It's getting readily
we will
available,
hit a point.
isn't it?
But what we need to ensure is that more security is there and content is filtered out, because the problem is that information now is so free that it's too free. And there's just anything out there. We've had a comment about Cilla Black, and this is from Roger Campbell, which is your dad.
Yep.
Roger
Campbell, and he says, "How dare you call Cilla Black? Question mark, question mark. What a pair of pins she's got for a 90-year-old.
Oh my god.
Pins meaning legs, by the way, before your adolescent brain starts thinking, he means something else. It means legs.
That was a good
Thank you,
impression.
Roger.
Well, anyway, that's a good point to leave on, I think. And obviously, if you do have the internet and you enjoy Cilla Black, then why don't you think about subscribing to the podcast?
Oh, just before we go
on.
Can I mention our walk?
Yeah, go on.
Because we are approaching very, very quick. A few of us, in fact, most of us here now. There's me, Michael. We've also got as well Alex, who will be helping on the whole camera work along with Fraser and his colleague. And we're raising money for a local cancer hospice called Willowwood Hospice. And we are cycling the distance of 100 miles in 2 days. And this is what's known in the local area as the Cheshire Ring, which is the canal route all the way around Cheshire.
Gareth is going to be destroying a ring for charity. That's how we're thinking
if you would like to donate, then it would be wonderful if you could do so. And what you need to do, because you'll be watching this online anyway, so you may as well go to the website, which is justgiving.com/Cheshire Ride. Once again, justgiving.com/Cheshire Ride. And at the minute, we're up to £170, and the target is £500. So if you could help us and support us, that would be wonderful.
We'll put that on the little link thing down below if you're watching this afterwards.
Is it going to hurt the whole bike road?
To be honest with you,
I imagine it will.
We set off on a training schedule, and I want to do 2 to 3 cycles a week, especially as it gets closer. I may even up that. But the thing I've noticed is there's a big difference between mountain biking and road cycling, which I didn't realise it was that big until yesterday, when my friend Johnny, who's been a guest on this actually, he had a road bike and I have a mountain bike, and I was going up a big hill called Mottram Road, which we know but people may not, and I was struggling. I was finding it really difficult, and because a road bike is positioned differently, he went flying past me uphill as well, and then
they're incredibly fast.
I went on his bike uphill and I was away. So I've noticed a big difference in it. But the good news is that we'll all be on mountain bikes for this, and it will be a bit of dirt path stuff and canals, so it should be fun. And 2 days, a hotel with Michael and the rest of them, which will be fun.
That. Yeah, so there we go. If you want to sponsor Gareth on that, please do justgiving.com/Cheshire Ride. Get there now, donate as much as you can do. Every little helps. And yeah, that's it for this week's podcast. If you are watching now on YouTube, then make sure that you hit subscribe. You'll get alerted whenever we are live again. And also just subscribe, because we're the best.
And if you could share as well, well. That
on
would be
Twitter and
wonderful.
Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook as well. Facebook.com/The Cottrellcast. Just search Cottrellcast on any platform. We're probably there. And also iTunes, of course. If you want to listen to us on your iPod or anything like that, make sure that you subscribe. You get the latest update straight away downloaded to your iDevice. It's that simple. But until next week, we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Are we off?